Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Spidey Studios here, and today I am back with another episode of My Adventures with Superman. Unfortunately, Savion is not here this week. He had some other stuff to do, but I wanted to check out this episode. I know I'm checking out this episode a little later than usual, but I was having internet problems all day today, and I had to go out to do some stuff. But now, I'm finally home, internet's working, and now we can get back into My Adventures with Superman. Season 2. So last week was the season 2 premiere. We had gotten our first 2 episodes like we did last season, and these first 2 episodes were pretty solid, actually. They were pretty good episodes. I felt like I enjoyed episode 1 more, even though it was like an origin story, or I guess the ending of the origin story, I guess you could say. We got to see Clark at an older point of his life learn his origin story, and him feeling guilty about it. But the biggest thing out of that episode, obviously, was that we found out that his cousin Kara, Supergirl, is still alive out there. And it seems like the main point of the season is Clark's going to try to find her, but also along the way we're going to fight Brainiac, Zod, and everybody else. So last episode, which was episode 2, we found out that General Sam Lane was getting interrogated and captured by Amanda Waller. And Clark and Lois broke into Stryker's prison, rescued him and the other prisoners, and they managed to escape. Now Sam Lane is living in Jimmy and Clark's apartment just to keep him around, which I felt like was the dumbest thing Lois did, because it's like, I get Lois wants her dad to be around. I get she wants to keep him safe, and it's better to keep him safe if they know he's around. But that makes Clark's life harder as a superhero, especially a superhero that her dad doesn't like. By having him around the house, it makes it harder for him to be Superman if her dad is in the house. So it kind of makes a sticky situation. We also discovered that Alex is Lex Luthor. We kind of already knew that. And he's now working with Amanda Waller and her team. So I'm curious to see where this will all go and how this will progress. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right in, starting now.
Hold on, you're gonna be all right.
Oh, damn.
Go!
What the? Oh.
Are you all right? What's your name?
Actually, you know what?
Silas Stone. I'm okay with it.
What?
I have to go. Are you sure you're fine?
Victor Stone's dad?
Oh,
Cyborg?
Look at that.
Damn.
You made it out. Oh, I hate that it came to this. Just imagine what could have happened if your son had been home.
Nah, that's
He's
fucked.
what, 9? 10?
It's gone. All of it.
Perfect. And what else are you going to do?
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'm Dr. John Irons, lead engineer at Amtech. I grew up in Metropolis, right here in Baker
This
Line.
time, I am not sending you to cover stories on your own.
Bro.
You are 10.
Mr. Olsen, I am 11. The totally illegal camera attached. I got it from my birthday. We can use it to cover stories for Flamebird. Also, full disclosure, Daddy might have attached a totally
Bro, why is...
Hey, Mr. Lane.
General.
Right, my bad. I had a thought. Maybe you can clean. There's a garbage can right over there.
And turn my back to the exit?
I'm your boss, which means you have to do what I say, and I am telling you, it's not happening. You should really clean up after yourself.
I mean,
Good
thank
luck,
you. The goddamn door.
Last night,
But
I woke up and you were gone. And it's not the first time.
I didn't realize this.
Blake! You're clumsy. You're late for everything. You're oblivious.
Have you not slept, my guy?
Lois, hi. I'm behind Wade's Cafe now.
Oh, I can't make it.
Mr. White sent me to cover the press conference and
Amertech was in one of the Arkham
But that's
games.
not why I
that, like,
wanted to meet.
referenced
There's
it.
something I really need to talk to you about, Lois.
Oh,
Clark,
the
I know
beacon.
my dad is a lot, but he needs a place to hide.
Damn it. Where's my article?
After I write that article, I forgot about it.
I'm here to welcome you to...
Please don't make me do this.
Hit it, Audrey!
No.
Rolls out the Metallo!
What? Wait.
Plus, they're 100%
100% grain. Thanks to...
Theo Weston, I have a question.
I have a question. Vicky Vale,
Dr.
Gotham.
Irons?
He's busy.
He's been your PR face since the beginning.
So, does his absence mean there's a problem?
No!
I should have guessed you'd be here after your promotion.
You know about that?
I
Why
keep
are
my
you
eye on
making
my
tech?
Sorry.
That's a cool
You're doing
reference.
great, but no one scoops Vicky Vale. I thought she was just mad about the flying newsroom. Long story. But then I heard this.
Flavor, I have to get this information out before it's too late. There are killer robots in Metropolis.
Maybe Flip didn't follow up on this very dangerous sounding story.
Mr. Olson, I looked up how to trace a call online. And the flying newsroom were on it.
Oh my.
Dr. Irons, sorry to intrude.
Oh. Okay.
Huh? 24 Sycamore Street.
Great. I'll head there next.
Oh my god.
Here.
Same as you. Weston refused to answer any of my questions, so I snuck away to find out why.
I'm gonna figure out what it is.
What are you doing here?
Jeez! It stole your fucking key card,
She
bro.
can't be here! Stop, lady, stop!
Oh! Damn. Is she still a truck, too?
There.
Hi, Superman. Hi, Jimmy.
Don't hide, Jimmy me. Killer robots, Flip. The tip wasn't for crazy robots. It was for killer robots.
God.
We are going to go and get out of this charming brownstone. Wait, where are we?
Oh, thank goodness. You brought
Oh.
Superman. I didn't know.
John
you
Henry?
caught-
Dr. Irons, what's going on?
Why are you so yoked, my guy? Jeez.
When
Yoked in
Amatech
this
first
show.
hired me, I was thrilled. I could move back home, be part of my niece's life, give back to my
Is
son.
that your niece? I guess
I
that
knew
makes
it. The steel mech suit. They're for first responders. They can withstand fire, sub-zero temperatures,
So
you
the
name it.
steel, okay.
Weston wanted something flashier. So we rushed production on the Metallos, and then we didn't realize it when
Oh,
we
he worked with
on
Silas,
the
too?
prototype. But when more than one activates, they meld together. And when they hit critical mass,
Oh.
we
Yeah.
haven't made a safer metropolis. We built a bomb. We have to shut everything down.
No.
No, you just saw.
A one-off, a fluke.
Silas and I recorded this in secret. But everyone we tried to talk to was paid off by Weston. He fired us. And then today, Silas wiped out our records remotely and disappeared.
Silas Stone.
I'm the only one left with evidence. Which means whoever got to Silas,
Live
I'm
wire.
next.
Gee.
What, Flip?
Who's the other lady outside?
Get away from the window!
Live wire. So she was hired by Winston to kill them?
Oh, sorry.
Live wire?
Oh, come on. This was supposed to be an easy one.
This bioelectric aura is pretty cool. No! The evidence!
What?
Moron.
No! I can't let them shut me down!
Bro. So you're about to power this shit up and then
Thomas, thousands of lives are at stake. You have to stop.
Not a chance!
bro. You're gonna blow up the city. You figure out how to shut down. We got this. This is crazy. An army of Metallos, and they're not like the normal Metallo. It's interesting. I assume they'll probably find a way to.
There you are.
I'm assuming this is Kryptonian technology. Bro, the steel suits! It's very.
Pretty sure I told you to run, Dr. Irons. What now, Doc?
Manual shutdown. Take
That's
down
so
those
cool,
pillars
though.
and the
And he
energy
still has like
harness
the
with this
Superman type of symbols on his suit.
We just need to get through those Metallos.
But yeah, it's a bit too mechy for me. The suit. Oh, I guess that might work. Oh, damn, that's burning his hands. Jeez. Oh, keep contained, Clark.
I can't hold it much longer.
Hold on, Superman. There's just one pillar left. I'm going to stop me.
Oh, nice. What the? That was random.
What now, boss?
Do it. Hit him again.
Ah! Okay.
Mr. Olsen, being a leader, it isn't about telling people what to do.
That's right, Flamebird.
It's about lifting
Help
people
save
up
the city.
and
And
letting them shine.
right here.
From where I stand, you're going to be just fine.
How'd you like the #2 reporting spot at the Gazette?
What?
Oh, what? You're offering me a job?
What?
Louis, you beat me to the punch while clinging to the back of a van.
But that would mean leaving Metropolis.
Metropolis? Listen, you're ambitious. Sooner or later, you'll have to move on if you want to move up. Nothing lasts forever.
I'm always late, I'm oblivious to what's going on, and today that almost got everyone killed.
Number one, never say that my dad is right again. And two, in the end, Superman still saved the day.
Yesterday, Superman flew in to save us once again. But this time, he didn't do it alone.
Excited about
It was
John
Dr.
Henry Irons.
Iron's courage that alerted Superman to the danger at Amertech. Metropolis is more than a city. It's the sum of its people. We aren't perfect, but given the chance, we can rise to become heroes.
We got orders to escort you off the premises. Permanently.
What? By who?
By me. Starting today, Amertech and all its IP are owned by LexCorp.
Damn it. Damn it! So he built LexCorp somehow, and okay, damn it. Okay, interesting. All right, that was a very fast-paced episode. I felt like that episode went by really fast. Awesome. Okay, so in my opinion, I really like this episode, but I think the only reason I didn't hugely love it is just because of how fast-paced it was. But I don't think that's what made this episode suck. I think it was just, I wanted to take more time to get to know these versions of the characters. And this episode, despite the fact that this is the same length as the last two episodes, it feels more fast-paced than those previous two. And I think this almost felt like a filler episode by how fast-paced it was to me. But overall, I still enjoyed it. We had a lot of stuff in here. We had Amertech. LexCorp is now kind of a thing now. Lex bought Amertech so that he can take all of the Metallo technology and build their robot army with it. John Henry Irons was introduced. Silas Stone was introduced, which was cool to see both characters. Lois and Vicky had a rivalry, which ended with Vicky offering Lois a job at the Gazette. Okay, here's my thing. Clearly, Lois is not going to take it, maybe. I could see why she would want to, because, yeah, she admires Vicky, but she kind of has a rivalry with her because of the slam talk she did on Superman last season. But my thing is, I feel like Lois is dumping her problems on Clark and kind of underappreciating him. I feel like based on this season, in these 3 episodes, I feel like Lois has been very unappreciative. Though I love the Clark and Lois dynamic, I love that they clearly care for each other. I think Lois is unintentionally taking Clark for granted. She's like she's kind of prioritizing her problems above his problems. And she doesn't even notice it, but that's kind of what's happening. Like, she's like, okay, well, I know that you have your thing going on with your dad, but I need to save my dad. That's more important. And then Clark kind of reinforces it by saying, you're more important than what I got going on, which is like weird. And then the other thing that I had a problem with is that in the next episode, Clark was trying to tell Lois about the beacon. He finally tells her about it, but then she's like, no, we can't find your cousin because Kryptonians are all evil because they sent an invasion here twice, and we don't know anything about your cousin, which is kind of a valid point. So I give her props on that. That is a valid point. But at the same time, she's prioritizing her dad, who Clark even said last episode doesn't really care about you all that much. Like, he does in his own way, but he kind of treats you like shit, which is how General Lane typically is. Like, General Lane cares for Lois, but he doesn't care for Lois the right way, which is the problem. And Clark sees that, and he tells Lois that, but she still is like, well, he's my dad, so I can't really do anything about it. And it's just like, and then the biggest thing was that she wants her dad to stay with Clark so that he can be close by, so that she can keep an eye on him. Fine. But then she didn't realize that that makes it harder for Clark to be able to be Superman while also having to hide it around her dad, who was already suspicious of him last season. So it's just like, I think Lois, and yeah, even in this episode, General Lane was like you're a flake, like you're always busy, you're running off all over the place, and eventually, sooner or later, your busyness is going to affect my daughter, and I can't have that. And then even Clark says, it's like, yeah, I'm always all over the place, and that almost got everybody killed. And it's like, I appreciate that Lois reinforced it. It's like, even though you were all over the place, you still saved the day, and that's what's most important. Sure, but at the same time, it's like, he is kind of all over the place because Lois is kind of just dumping all of her problems onto Clark, I feel, especially in this episode. And now she's about to get a job at the Gazette. And she's like, well, I want to talk about the job. But it's like, Clark's like, no, I got my own shit to deal with. Like, I just found out my cousin's alive. I'm not alone. And she's out there in space. And I have this beacon that can find her. I should go do that. Like, I get that Clark, like, you know, wants to keep his friends in the loop. I totally understand that. But his friends also have their own lives to live. That was the same problem that Jimmy had last season, where Jimmy was, like, so focused on being around Clark and Lois that he didn't really have his own life to live. Now he has a job where he's running his own division, and now he has his own things to do. Good for him. Clark needs to realize that both Lois and Jimmy, despite the fact that they're all friends, have their own things they have to do. Clark, you're a superhero. You have your own shit to do. You go find your cousin. I get it, like, obviously he can't just leave Metropolis, because if he does, then the city could be destroyed while he's gone in space. I get that, but it's like, if you don't find Kara now, who knows if she'll be dead or injured or captured or whatever the case may be if you take too much longer. So, I don't know. I just think that my biggest problem with this episode, or these last 3 episodes of this season so far, is that it seems like Lois is kind of just prioritizing her problems above Clark's instead of them working out their problems together like a couple should. But also, it seems like Clark is also kind of prioritizing Lois above his own things that he needs to do, which is also not right. Like, I understand, like, if you're in a relationship, you have to make sacrifices in order to keep the relationship going. But that doesn't mean that you stop living your life, especially if you had your own life before you got into a relationship that your partner knew about and respects, which is why she's in a relationship with you in the first place. So I feel like Clark needs to prioritize his own stuff and stop prioritizing Lois too much to the point where you're kind of just doing everything she wants you to do without doing your own stuff, without living your own life as well. Because you can live your life while also still being in a relationship. That's not impossible. And I feel like with Lois in this season, she's kind of been dumping all of her problems onto Clark, with her dad, with not wanting him to go find more Kryptonians, with now this Amertech job. And Clark is like trying to always prioritize her and trying to uplift her because he doesn't want to keep secrets from her. But at the same time, it's like you're stopping yourself from doing what needs to be done in the process of that. And it's like, you got to make a priority call. So I think that Clark next episode needs to tell Jimmy and Lois straight up, hey, I understand that you guys have your own things and you want me to be around to help, but I got something more important. I got to go find my cousin. She's out in space somewhere. I need to go find her, and then when I do, I'll bring her back here. And then we can figure out what to do afterwards. And yeah, he just needs to do that. I assume they're just obviously going to postpone it for like the next 2 or 3 episodes. Because there are 10 episodes in this season, I believe. But yeah, I just feel like Clark just needs to prioritize that. But I am glad that John Henry Irons was introduced. I really liked his voice actor. I liked his design. I didn't like the suit design, but I get it. It's following the mech suit themes of the show. But I hope he does redesign it since he no longer has the suit now. I hope he eventually, by the end of this season, redesigns it to look more like this, so that he can work with Clark and everything. But I like John Henry Irons being in the show. I thought that was cool. I assume now we have 2 members of the super family now. So technically, it seems like what the group is going to be Clark, Lois, Jimmy. John Henry might be a recurring character that's in and out of the show until probably next season when he's like more of a main character, maybe. And then Kara, I assume, is probably going to be a main character, which makes more sense. And then it's just going to be a super family show. Which, if that's the case, I want that. I've been wanting that forever. I wanted a show where we can have all of the super family all in a show together. Because how many Batman shows have we had where the Bat family is damn near in every show? Like, I would say the only times the Bat family wasn't prevalent in a Batman show that was like animation was the original Batman animated series, where only Robin, well, I guess not really, because Robin and Batgirl were in it, but Beware the Batman, I guess maybe, because they didn't use the original Bat family members, they used new ones that they created for the show. And then you had Batman Brave and the Bold, where those Bat family characters were more like recurring characters. And then probably Cape Crusader, the new show, probably won't prioritize the Bat family. But yeah, I just felt like Batman's Bat family is in every show, even if it's not a Batman-focused show. They're in like Young Justice, Justice League, Teen Titans. Like the Bat family gets a lot of prevalence. Superman's super family doesn't get a lot of focus. And I feel like they only got more focus due to Superman and Lois, where we saw Jonathan become Superboy, or Jordan become Superboy. We saw Steel. We saw Natasha Irons. We haven't seen Kara. We've seen Kara because of her own show, but we've seen Krypto and Titans along with Superboy and Titans as well. But like, I wanted a show where we can see them all together. And honestly, it's probably better to do it in animation. So I hope this show does have the super family be more prevalent in the show. They don't have to be like characters that show up every episode, but at least if they're there. So like if Clark needs help, he can go to John Henry Irons for tech support. Or if he needs another superpowered being to help him fight aliens, he has Kara. Or whenever when Lex builds up LexCorp even more later on as the series progresses, he can take Superman's blood, fuse it with his own, and create Superboy. I want to see more of the super family as the show progresses, because then it'll reinforce that Clark's not alone anymore outside of his friend group, but also it gives these characters more of a spotlight that they haven't really had. So I hope that's where this show leads. I would love that. But overall, I thought this episode was pretty good, but it felt like a filler episode because they were holding off of the main plot, which was finding Kara, to have the John Henry Irons, Amertek, Metallo suit subplot, which wasn't bad. I liked it, but I think it was just too fast paced, where it's like I wanted this episode to breathe so that we could focus on all the characters more. But overall, I thought this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite part of this episode was. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Drop a like on the video for your boy. Hit the subscribe button to be part of the community. Hit bell notifications so you guys know when I shall post next. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.